In this video, we are going to document the progress of my Carolina Reapers. I just planted 3 more here recently, as you will see later in the video. Hopefully those pop up, and these are the first 2. So far we've had 100% germination rate with these Carolina Reapers, and let's see if we can keep that going with these other ones back here. Now, of course, I've got this pivoted sitting on this little heat mat, and the heat mat has been awesome. It has worked extremely well for all the stuff that I've been trying to grow. And these grow lights have been phenomenal. I have links in the description to these grow lights. I've got these doubled up. Also added a little aluminum foil. That way we do not lose any light. Maximum efficiency. That way we make sure these peppers are doing really, really well. And when we come back, I will show you some progress. This is my largest pepper, and it is going to get much bigger as long as I get it some more soil. So far, this Carolina Reaper is doing extremely well, all things considered, with this limited soil space. I'm gonna up pot it here very soon, but I at least wanted to get this on video. I've got some other Carolina Reapers as well at different stages, and they are really cool, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Out of all the fun stuff that I've been growing this growing season, few things have been more fun than growing hot peppers. And none are hotter, at least that you can get commercially, or if you're a member of the public, a civilian, if you will, is the Carolina Reaper. And this thing is already starting to get some buds. I'm not sure if you can see them in the camera or not, but they are there. And I am so excited to see how this thing translates to fruit. And I've been doing a lot of good things to make that happen. I've got other plants, but so far this is the biggest and best and baddest that I've got. And stay tuned and you are going to see what happens. This is a closer look at my other Carolina Reaper. Now, one thing that I've learned in the last little bit, we had a rainstorm and most of the yellowing leaves on this went away. Don't be afraid to water your peppers, especially in a fabric grow bag like this. You're not going to be happy with the results if you don't give them enough water. Hot weather, fabric grow bag means you need to water these babies. This is a Carolina Reaper update, and this is the first fruit that we've had so far. And boy, oh boy, this is exciting. I just hope we have enough warm weather to finish the job. We have a little bit of a heat wave going on, and as you can see, we've got a ton of buds, ton of flowers, and hopefully we'll get more fruit. If we get more heat, if we get another few weeks of heat, or moderate heat for that matter, we will probably have more of this stuff than we can handle, and that will be awesome. And to be clear, the first fruit is coming from the biggest plant, the one that grew the best indoors. Here we are with the other Carolina Reaper plant in either a 5 or 7 gallon pot. I can't tell. They're pretty darn close as far as what they look like when you just eyeball them. But this one, I'm not sure we're going to get any fruit this year, but that's okay. It's just been fun to grow these, and I learned a ton. I know a bunch of you are probably wondering, can you grow Carolina Reapers in a green stock like I did with my cayenne peppers? And the answer is absolutely yes. I don't have any fruit forming yet, but it looks like I've got some flowers, definitely have a ton of buds. So we will see how that all plays out over the course of the next few weeks and couple months. My fingers are crossed, and I've got like 2 or 3 of the Carolina Reaper plants in my second green stock because I loved how well my first green stock was growing my basil, tomatoes, and other stuff. And that's the one back there. The beans are going absolutely ape back there. So much fun. I've got a quick update here. I just did some pruning, some very aggressive pruning. I want to make this and some of these other Carolina Reapers make them red, put all the plant's energy towards them, and not these buds and flowers that have no chance. There's not going to be nearly enough time here in the Pacific Northwest, Lyndon, Washington, to get these ripe. So the energy, the whole idea, the concept is to get this sucker big enough so I can at least make one micro batch of hot sauce. So after a lot of hacking and slashing on this plant and removing the growth that comes back, we've finally gotten some big fruit ripening, at least starting to. These two smaller ones, they've been doing really well. And of course, this is even with having freezes. We had frost on the neighbor's roof several mornings, I think a total of 3. And I've been putting a little pest netting as a little blanket overnight for this plant. I did upgrade recently, so the very last frost, I had a nice little thicker blanket, so that helped. I may end up harvesting these a little bit soon. We're gonna have a bunch of rain coming up, so this may be the very last clip. This is a late October update. I thought I would have picked everything by now and just harvested them either green or partially orangish red like they are now. But I've just let it ride. I've been putting a frost blanket on overnight when things got down into the low 40s and upper 30s. But today I think I'm gonna do the actual harvest, but I wanted to share how hardy these Carolina Reapers actually are in the Pacific Northwest. So after pruning, heavy pruning, to drive the energy to the fruit, and this was a while ago, and consistently sub 60 degree temperatures, we are still having peppers that are ripening. This is blowing my mind, guys. I am going to harvest the most dark reddish orange ones today, put them in the freezer and make a hot sauce at some point in the near future. But I had to absolutely capture this on video one last time before I did any of that. If you have any Carolina Reaper tips, let me know in the comments of the video. And I just cannot believe in the Pacific Northwest, after several frosted roof, like the neighbor behind me have had the roof frosted several mornings. I did use a frost blanket, so that helps, but it still blows my mind that these are not dead when everyone says be super gentle with peppers. Well, I'm in the Pacific Northwest and it's not a hot weather climate, and we're still growing Carolina Reapers well into the end of October.